Welcome to the Love Them Knives channel. What do we got today? Oh, wow. This is a different kind of knife. Yes, it is. It's got a crazy blade, satin grind, D2 steel, titanium scales. It's a flipper, liner lock. Lockup looks to be about 40 to 50%. Nice, good detent. Flips well. Yeah, real well. Feels good in the hand. Doesn't have a pocket clip. Doesn't have a lanyard hole. What can this knife do? Oh, here we go, right? Here we go. Yes, it's always got to be something, doesn't it? Why do they call it magic? I mean, that means magic something. I don't know. You know, like it says magic knife. Magic titanium alloy fingertip gyro. So if you go to AliExpress and you type in spinner knife, you will get nothing. I tried that. You will not get anything. Put in magic gyro, and knife. The word knife's in here. So, you know, finger gyro knife, magic gyro knife. You'll get this. Or you could just go to the link I'm going to leave. To Titanium Alloy Knife Industry Factory. I'm starting to, if I can order it from them, I will order it from them. They actually get it to me. It actually arrives. It's amazing. And it's $42. And it's titanium. And it's D2. And it's everything you always wanted in a spinner knife. You didn't want a spinner knife? Yeah, I was like wondering if I was really that interested too. But actually, this knife is just a darn good knife. It's cool looking. It's not real big. It's like a 3-inch blade. So you get your Mannix out. Yeah, it's, you know, butt to butt. Mannix is a lot bigger. Mannix is 8 1/4 overall. This is 7 inches overall. So, I mean, even pivot to pivot. Yeah. Mannix is bigger. Mannix is bigger here. You want to move them down butt to butt, then yeah. A lot of difference. I'd say blade stock's a lot thicker on this one. And definitely the weight is winning on the titanium magic gyro finger whatever knife. Just love the words that they use to do their stuff. But you can spin it, then stop it, fire it off. You know what? It'll give you something to practice on because I don't know. Yeah, I'm not the spinningest, like, you know, real hip shank dude doing this thing, but we can always try. Oh, God, that's good detent. My finger failed. It's just like, come on. There's a snappy little 7 on the 0 to 10 detent scale. And I just get lazy with my finger and I just roll over it like that, but it's not that bad. It's just that I get lazy. So you got a liner in here because it's a liner lock knife. Other than that, you got no liner on this side. And these, like, number 6 Torx, I undid it. I just had to see what the hell they were doing in here. And might have been a good idea to do this right and show you. But it's just basically one of those little caged bearings underneath. And the bearings are open. They face open this way. So up towards the underneath of this disc here. But it's just, you know, machined in there. The bearing goes, the cap goes on top of there, both sides. So there's a bearing on either side. So it's not really the same kind of setup as an official type spinner, but it's interesting. And my buddy and one of our good viewers on this channel, going by the name of A-Tech Reviews, and His blog is Best Chinese Knives, and I'll put the link to his. He has a. He talks about this. He has a little blog thing on this, gives you the link to the seller, and kind of gives you a little heads up on what this is all about. And look at his site for all the different type of Chinese knives that are out and coming out, and you can page back through his blog history or go forward, and you can see all the different knives that he covers, and he gives you links to where you can buy them. And you can ask questions on his blog, and he will answer. He answers me, at least. So, and he's got his own YouTube channel and Instagram account, I believe. So, yeah. But in any case, I just check his blog out because it's fascinating. In any case, this knife, safety tip. Do not let it, do not spin it like that. It may not be good. We don't want to rename it the 911. I just cut my hand off knife. So don't want to do that. Remember to close it before you spin it. That's always a good idea. But is it the most well-balanced spinner in the world? Nope. No, it's not. But as a knife, it's a respectable spinner. And it's, one of those things where you can both have a fidget flipper and a fidget spinner at the same time. It's amazing because this is a snappy and a little bit of an addictive type of flipper. And no blade play, no lock rock on this thing. This blade is perfectly centered, came right out of and they give it to you in a zipper pouch, like $42. Go figure, right? Yes. See, it came in this little plastic deal. Stick her in a pouch, zip it up. It's cool, in the famous footsteps of the Magic Chav knife, which was a razor type knife, Magic Gentleman knife, Magic Summer knife. You can check all them out right there at Titanium Alloy Knife Industry Factory. Whatever. But, at least they ship it on a timely basis. I like them as a seller, actually. I shouldn't be pimping them, but because I don't normally pimp any sellers. Nobody pays me to pimp them. But, as a heads up, they've been around for 3 years. They've had plenty of transactions, so I trust them pretty well. In any case, cool, huh? Oh, let's get a weight on this thing. I threw it in my pocket. I was walking around the house. I was doing some stuff and chores and running outside and trying to keep things watered. It was like been 100 and some degrees every freaking day this week. 4.1 ounces. But it carries well. It doesn't have a pocket clip, as you can see, or a lanyard hole, but 117 grams, 116 grams. Push a button, it'll lose weight again. God only knows. 4.1. So it's fairly light. I just threw it in my pocket, and, it's not that big a deal. It feels pretty chunky. It feels like a chunk of change, especially compared to this. This thing probably weighs like 2 ounces if it weighs anything. And it's bigger. It's thinner. This one, a little thicker, and like about 4 millimeters for blade stock. Pretty close, like 3.75. See, it's about a 150. 3.75 millimeters, and this is about not quite 12 millimeters. So 0.46 of an inch. Feels good in the hand, actually. Even though it's not exactly contoured, but yeah, it's comfortable. And obviously the pocket clip does not present any hot spots because there is no pocket clip. So yeah, comfortable. You got some meaningful jimping up here. It's D2 steel, and it feels like there's a decent edge on there, but I don't know. I tried to test cut some paper, And you know what? The best thing is just to go like that. Use it like a box cutter, because it will box cut like that. Not a problem. But this little sideways thing, not so good. And I don't know. I might have to put this on the sharpener and find out why it's just not, it's not quite, but it's better like this, isn't it? It'll open packages all day long, that's for sure. Cut down cardboard, thing like that. But it's not the slickest from the push cut perspective, although it's strange because it does feel sharp. It just doesn't act that way necessarily. But yeah, these kinds of cutting tasks, not a problem. I can touch that up. That's a solvable problem there. In any case, maybe it's a good thing it wasn't really, really, really sharp, because earlier when it swung down and hit my hand, thank God it wasn't too sharp. I wasn't too sharp for accidentally. I wasn't trying to swing it. I was just had it. And of course, with the blade out, it was overbalanced and it just naturally swung down. Do not do that. Do not handle the spinner part while the blade's out. It will do it this way, the back of the blade. Oh my God. But, I mean, it's not the best balanced, but it's, you know, it's not bad. See, it's starting to wobble. And, you know, I took these off and, you know, like I said, the bearings are caged, but they open up this way to the underside of this cap on both sides. And I was trying to get the right kind of, you know, you can torque them down so tight, then these caps don't spin. Okay, well, so you can take the spinner out of the spinner knife if you want, just carry it that way. But I mean, you back it off enough to where these are freed up, right? And so it'll spin. But it's not as free spinner as a normal spinner, but I guess you're having to, you know, you have to make allowances for the fact that it's a knife. And, you know, the spinner is kind of an incorporated fidget thing, but not all that. Yeah. Not all that. But, you know, it's still something that I guess, and you could do it better than I. And, you know, I was trying to balance it to where I was getting, you know, you don't want too much play here where that is, but you want it loose enough to where these bearings will swing free and it will glide, but not so much backed off that it gets sloppy. So, you know, that's just trying to hit that the right way. And I think I've got it just about adjusted good enough for my taste in any case. Good little knife though, 3 inches, like I said, 3-inch blade and 7 inches overall. I'll prove it to you. 3-inch blade, 7 overall. So you got about not quite 18 millimeters or centimeters. And about 73 to 75 millimeter blade. So, but it is a snappy little flipper. It really does a good job. So it's got 4 bearings on it, right? 1 here, 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 here. Cool. I don't know. I thought it was worth checking out. It just seemed like everybody's going spinner crazy. Now you got a knife that's a spinner as well, so you can, who knows what you could do with it if you get creative. You know, the young guys out there, they're always messing with something, doing crazy things, and so God only knows. And with the titanium scales, you could pimp it out crazy, and then when you spin it, God only knows what kind of patterns you could get on there with the proper ano work or pimping. So that's a thought too. That's a thought. Yeah, I'm trying to, but you know, there it goes. You know, it's about as good as I can do. About as good as I can do, folks. I'm done with you. Take care. Stay tuned. We're coming up on 4,000 subs, so we're going to do one of them giveaways here real soon. And you know what we do on this channel? We love them knives. So stay sharp.